Uh-oh. Good morning. Hello. I hope you guys all had a really, really great August. It's 1st of September. We are starting a new month, and we are also starting, for me, the second year within streaming with Tradingview. So this is really a memorable day. 1 year ago, I probably did a couple of streams before, but 1st of September last year, I kind of really started with after leaving the IM Academy and moving to TradingView to trade. And I remember the first few sessions we had directly a really great start. And currently we are trading 1 year at TradingView with all the Infinity tools and all the software. And a lot of people are even renewed into their second year of the Infinity software. And there's just so much that has been going on. So I wanted to do this session today with you guys. I'm just back from my holiday, 2.5 weeks of holiday, and there's the first cup of coffee in the office again. It's yeah, it's different after such a long holiday to come back to work. And actually, it was very funny that it took me about 10-15 minutes to basically fully be back on track. You open your computer, you open your screens, you open your charts, you check some, and of course, you didn't let it completely go for 2.5 weeks, but you still see that yeah, that there's a lot of things that moved in the market. And one of those first things that really caught my eye the last couple of days already via mobile is the latest gold drop. Well, because before, on 8 9 August, when we still had a session, we talked about a potential drop of gold. We expected it to rise to about the 1800s and then to drop back into the box of 1710. Now I can extend this box. I was waiting for you guys to come online and do this together with me. And look where we are right now. So for me, this is very, very interesting. I had some sales of gold going on still from the past that all hit take profit this night. So I woke up with 5-figure income on 1st of September, start of the month. And yeah, that makes me extremely happy, of course, as well, being back to work. But this is a really exciting time. What to do next, I honestly don't yet know. Here, I know that we wrote a candle towards 1639. 1647 is a low from 2021. And this is the candle that was the last right copied again. So this is like, if this would be the high, then this would be the low again. So honestly, I personally hope gold's gonna recover from here. We are going to see some positive moves again. That is just a personal feeling that we can go back to the 1775, 1800 levels and then hopefully continue to grow. But for now, it looks like it's clearly in a downtrend. So it's a downtrend till it's not a downtrend anymore. So it can also go towards the 2021 lows, 1675. And that's a level what a lot of traders are talking about, that if it just keeps going, that's a level that's going to try to test last year's low. And then there's deeper levels like 1640 and of course 1600. And if we go to the higher time frames, there's even deeper levels. So here we are seeing some of those levels hit before, and here we are talking 2020. We were trading about 1500. So from that level, there is a lot to go and a lot deeper options for the market. Daily pivots here. Giving us a strong support on 1687. Then we have that 2021 low, and then a 1625 ultimate support at this level. So we will have to see if gold actually goes this far down, or after almost 4 consecutive days dropping, starts to make a little bit of a recovery today. So we will see. I'm out of the trades for now, and did not open anything new yet. Other thing is that there's a couple of pairs that I just want to go over, and one of those is all the NZD pairs, because since I left here on about 15 August, we have seen a very clear downtrend on the NZD USD. NZD JPY didn't do much. NZD CAD made also the same downtrend here from 15 August, second half of August, into a drop. And AUD is probably doing a bit the same. AUD CAD, not much. AUD NZD made a bit of a ride. So let me know which pairs that you guys had some successes with, because to be really honest, there are some pairs that gave you some really interesting opportunities here. 24 August, a really nice buy on AUD JPY, ride it for about 100 pips. Not too much though, not too busy. So I think that that's a good thing. Here we had a very nice sell under the cloud, very spiky though, very quickly, 26 August. Overall, of course, a downtrend after here, the break and the retest on 18 August. So here we have the break, then we have the retest, and from there you can sell. That's actually your first trade here, 18 to what is it? 18 to 19 August, basically 122 pips. Here, a quick deep dive, hard to catch probably. Maybe you catch the second part, but if it's news related, you probably didn't trade it. And quite a nice sell actually from 30 August, 2 days ago, towards the current price being about 40 pips down. Now, I remember start of August was way wilder. So 40 pips over 2 days on NZD USD, that doesn't sound too wild to me. So that's really good. Jos said he made a good money on Euro pairs. So Euro AUD, here start of August, and here second half of August. Nice selling. Also here sell signal from the Infinity trading tools. Pair dropping by about 200 pips actually pretty quickly. Now that's that speed I mentioned. And here a second sell again for 100 pips again within 1 day. So that is the aggression that we saw at the start of August as well. Euro NZD a downtrend but started to switch, so nothing specific there. EuroCAD, maybe you guys made some good money on EuroCAD here from 18 August towards 24 August, dropped about 174 pips, and now spiked all the way back up. So it's not pairs that I would be looking into trading right now. So you'll all see downtrends with pullback. So all those Euro pairs, they don't give me any entries for now. So if I would be looking, then this would be your break, retest, and then a ride up. If that's gonna be the new trend, that I dare that's not gonna be clear today. So we'll be probably more clear on Monday if we're actually gonna switch those pairs. Now here we had Euro USD being extremely sideways, still 12th of August. It broke out a bit to the top. If I extend that, it broke out a bit to the top, but came back into the box. And here we got the first sell signal after a while. And it then dropped for about 240, 230, 240 pips. So that is a very nice ride. Started to recover slowly though. So you can always extend that box because we know it's a support and a resistance level, even if you don't use pivots. And now it's very slightly going up in the downtrend. So it can start dropping again, but then it has to come from below the cloud or out of the cloud. We can drop about a 90 pips. And then the question is if it will go deeper. after that. So nothing specific there for me. Also, Euro GBP last few days just made a huge spike. I'm very interested if people are trading this because this is also a very sideways market. So that's not something that's easy to catch. So the last couple of days probably have been a bit harder, but I see that there's some really good opportunities between like half of August towards, let's say, 26, 27 of August. So that's very good. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. And just for your info, I didn't trade at all. I didn't put a single trade on my holiday. I barely looked at my phone actually this time. So I was expecting that because I was driving through the Netherlands in a circle, and we've been doing about 3,000 kilometers in total, all the way from Lithuania to the Netherlands, doing a circle and going back. So it was a really extreme car experience, let's say. And I was the driver. So even though every time it was just 1.5 hour drive, do something nice, 1.5 hour drive, do something nice, 1.5 hour drive, have dinner, so it was really doable, but I was just a lot driving, and when you're driving you're not on your phone and definitely not trading. So from that perspective, I was really a lot offline, and yeah, waking up, breakfast, driving, doing nice stuff up till dinner, and then of course checking a couple of messages in the evening or so. But I was really a lot offline, and I must say that it was a really good experience after such a long time. Here, GBP JPY, on the naked eye, it does give me a nice sell off trade. We got the sell signal as well. Looking at the pivots, that's where I put my arrow. Really nice towards ultimate support. So this is a pair that I'm going to keep an eye on for today. London opening in 45, 43, 45 minutes, 44 minutes. So if it breaks here through strong support, it might be a really nice sell, going down for about 30 pips. So that is the first thing I see. Went a bit quick on the Asia pairs, but GBP, USD also dropping. Nice sell off 2 days ago. And I just want to remind you guys that tomorrow is NFP. Sometimes if it's very close to the start of the month, it's the second week, but I checked and it's actually tomorrow. So with NFP tomorrow, I really look out with the USD pairs. If you go into anything today and tomorrow, I would advise to stay away from all USD pairs anyway. Also, pairs like Canadian dollar can move, so not always good to do that. Here we have GBP CAD potentially dropping a bit though. um, I would say that there's an interest, but it's not much. It's not much. So it might be. I can put it as a red. How much pips is this? 23 pips. So I will put it as red flag. Maybe it's one of those pairs that I can still do something with today. GBP AUD has been a lot on the other side of the cloud, so I'm gonna skip that one. And GBP NZD is very nicely in the corner of this cloud. So what I really like here, when it's in a corner of the cloud, preferably not even entering the cloud. Here it did, but it didn't spike out on the other side, so that's good. It can follow this cloud down. So if it stays on the bottom of this cloud, you can just really follow it down towards about there. The question is, how much pips is that gonna be? And that's about 50. So that for GBP NZD might be an interesting trade for today. And for today, we don't even need much. It's the start of the month. People are not gonna have a lot of volume with NFP tomorrow. Monday is, I think, the real start of the month. But we just wanted to catch up after didn't see you guys for about 3 weeks. So this was I'm very happy to do this. Also, I want to thank everybody who is here, because we have been streaming and for about a year, or statistically, we have statistics for a year. That, let's say it like that. And from 1 September last year till today, there was over 14,000 people watching the streams. So 14,000 individuals. So that is a really like unique view. So I'm really happy with that. I really feel that even though the sessions have been with less volume of people, that it's definitely something I want to keep going. So the Monday sessions for sure will really stay. And of course, we will talk a little bit about the other trading opportunity with the Um, Infinity Timeless that you guys probably heard of a lot already. So for later today, USD CAD is rising, USD JPY is rising. So later today, closer to London opening, you can see maybe here there is a USD JPY drop and rise. That would be nice to catch it a bit lower to buy it up, but that will be only interesting later in the day. Now, gold we already spoke about to open with, and silver it's extreme. I have also a bar here. That's quite a big block. So 1717 to 1838. It's from the past. I need to really go to a higher time frame to show that. So here I probably draw in February a little bit of a bigger volume block that we had here in 2020, based on pivots probably, and I extended that towards where we are right now, and we are at this moment in this volume block. So if I look at pivots, we are undersold. No, we are not undersold. We just opened pivots towards the space of 1562, so that is really low. Currently trading 17.7, and yeah, for the market, hopefully coming back into the 20s at some point. So clearly dropping, of course, following gold with the markets. Very interesting to see if gold's going to break the 1700 series today. If it breaks 1700, we can definitely go down a lot more towards 1675. Well, we spoke about that already. Thanks, Atir. On the congratulations for doing so much together with you guys, and I'm really happy with that. And basically, what I really wanted to say as well today is that there is Infinity Timeless coming up. Now, you guys maybe already seen Infinity Timeless. It's on Calendly at the moment, and let me find the link and show it on my screen. So it's possible to book Infinity Timeless for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the starting session, and I got a lot of requests if we can also start in the weekend. Now, I am actually going to work this weekend, so maybe that is actually a good option, but you can still book for tomorrow. My time, 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock London time. It will show you your time. So this is one option. And what I wanted to show here is what it actually is. So my point is that when I saw people trading with me, the problem is that we could make good money for a day, and they booked a session with me, and we maybe made even the average was about $1,200 to $1,500. So there were people going home with like $4,000 after a session, and there was of course people who were going home with a small loss, which I covered. But the main point is that the strategy that Infinity has, when you enter this GBP trade, yes, you can just put a take profit and leave to your job. But a lot of people still have issues with that. You can't move your take profit to break even. You can't really see if you're just missing take profit, and then you can close maybe a few pips earlier. So I I did over 100 sessions in the first 5 months. And then in June, I really had a bit of a break where I was trading my own account and I was looking just into what is actually the trading style if I want to do other things myself as well. So I came up with Infinity Timeless, and Infinity Timeless is going to be a totally different way of trading. So Infinity Timeless, what is the nice part here? I'm going to turn off pivot levels and even Infinity for a minute. So if I go to in the style that we are going to trade, hello, I can easiest show you guys on gold. TradingView has a bit of a hard time with me here. So what we're going to do is we're going to trade. I don't know why it doesn't let me change to the right settings. So basically, we are going to trade with Renko. Now, what is the nicest thing about Renko is that Renko has absolutely no point of time. So it doesn't matter how late we trade. It doesn't matter if you trade before your work, after your work, during your work, if you don't trade at all for a few days. The trades that we will be doing will be trend trades, and they will all be based on actual price action and not based on time. So you can still make a time for yourself to trade, to say, hey, I'm checking the charts at 8 o'clock every morning. The point is that there might just be nothing to trade because we already entered something yesterday, or the trends are still going. The nice thing also about this strategy is that the strategy will all be creating trades that are in blue on your account. So what a lot of people also said is that it's hard for them to have trading and to have this trading move all the time your account in red. So that is something. It really doesn't let me change the settings. This is really annoying because I wanted to show you guys something. I'm gonna just reload TradingView. So basically, it's going to make it easy for you to trade at any time you want. Okay, here we go. And that's gonna be just really really cool. So now, for example, I put just it's on ATR 14, making it 4.5 lot. I will make it here, let's say 2.5 or 2. Maybe it's easy for you. So for example, every time that gold moves 2 points, 2 full blocks, so basically from 1720 to 1722, there will be one Renko block. And the nice thing here is that we are now on still a quite short-term time frame. So you see that here's almost every day there's blocks. So you have a little right up on 24 August. Here on 25 we go up and we go down. 26 we go down, and then 29, and then 30, and then 31, and then today. So very simply said is that we can start trading this on a short time frame, but also on a higher time frame. So for example, for gold, if I would put the trade into, if I make the blocks 5, for example, you will see that there's not everyday blocks. So this case we had 1 September, 30 August, 29 August, and here's 26, 25, 23. So what happened between 23 and 25 is that the market simply did not move 5 points up to make a new block. So if we put it on even bigger steps, so the block step is going to be one of your most important success or failure. Here you see 22 August, 25 August, 26, 29, 31, and now we have 1 September where we already moved 10 points down, and we are on the way for another block down at this moment. What we will see trading this strategy is that sometimes you will enter here on 5 July and you will only exit on 13 July. So simply you will be getting a sell signal here and a get out of your sell signal there. now on the top of that green block, of course. So what is your trade? Your trade will be entering at the second red one, very roughly speaking, and you will be exiting there. So you will be staying into that trade for a period of 7, 8 days, um, making about 50 points move on gold. So of course it's very different with Forex. So I can show you guys very shortly. I need to first move to a lower size, step size. So the block size is something that I'm gonna teach you guys first. We can also put it on ATR 14 to just make it automatic for a minute. But here we have, for example, euro dollar. And you see here the days are totally scrambled. So not every day is actually having one or multiple blocks. You don't know how much blocks you're going to get in a certain day. And you don't know when you're going out. So for example, here we could have entered on 12 August. On the second block, you get the sell signal here after this block closes. So you enter from there, and you just stay into the trade. 15 August, 16 August, 18 August, 20 August. You can check every day, but this is still creating red blocks, red blocks, red blocks. Here it tries to make a wick, as you see, but it needs to go 2 blocks into the other direction to actually create a green block. So here it was wicking, but it didn't. Maybe there was news. Actually, news even is going to be less of importance for us. Here we are going down, we're going down, we're going down, we're going down, we're going up, the first green candle up, and that's where we are getting an exit signal the moment that green block has been created. And at that point, somewhere here, you're going to exit your trade. So your entry was there and your exit is going to be there. You're in this trade for 11 days, just taking an ATR 14 block size at this moment, and you've made 325 pips. Now, what is the most important part is that we are not going to take every trade. If you take every little block change, it's not going to work. If your block size is wrong, it's not going to work. So we have to have more tools, and the new tools are coming up with that is the Infinity Timeless. So roughly the same as the current Infinity tools, but of course with different settings because we are not working with averages in time anymore. We're going to work with averages in amount of pips. So the Infinity tools are going to be different, but the idea is the This should do it. Yes. So switching microphone. My headset's empty after the holiday. It didn't charge, unfortunately. So basically, having a downtrend, we only take the sell opportunities that we get. Now you see here some sell opportunities from Infinity. They are going to go away. We are going to have sell and buy opportunities, or sell and get out of your sell opportunities based on the Renko charts. So the Renko chart settings are extremely important. The lessons about how to work with Renko is what's going to take our September 1st. Then we are going to work up towards October, where we introduce the Infinity tools for Infinity Timeless based on Renko charts. And there is going to be a pivot levels based on Renko as well. You see that the current one are doing pretty well, but they have to be reprogrammed for Renko charts. So the averages, the timing, all of this is very important because we know pivots just looks back 60 candles. But what means 60 candles? It means that if your block size, in this case 2.5 pips, pivots is looking back 2.5 pips times 60 is 150 pips. So based on that, pivot is created. But that's not really what we want, especially because people are going to use different block sizes and you don't want your pivot levels to change. So we are going to reprogram pivots for Infinity Timeless, and we're going to have the Infinity timeless trading tool on Renko, and I'm going to tell you all about Renko now. If you want to be early access to this strategy, you can book the session for tomorrow, and there might be a session coming on Saturday as well. So I'm explaining here on the right a little bit how I got towards this new style of trading, because the most important is that you don't care what day it is. This daily style of trading, it's gonna go away. It's not gonna show me any time anymore. We are gonna totally go timeless. We are going to get away from this bottom bar. We are not going to look at time anymore. We are not going to look at daily day breaks anymore. We are purely going to look into the trend. Enter there, exit there. That's it. Um, and what we're going to do, the full course, is basically today is the first group. It's already sold out. Tomorrow and then maybe Saturday, we're going to do an introduction Zoom call where I'm talking a little bit more and already answering a few basic questions. Then you're going to get 1 to 2 weekly videos for the next about 10, 12 weeks. There's a little break for my holiday in November, but basically it's 10 weeks that we are going to do calls in the upcoming about 12 weeks in total. You're going to get 1 to 2 weekly videos, so 15 to 20 educational videos to learn and fully understand Infinity Timeless Strategy. Then we're going to do about 10 group calls in the weeks from 5 September till 16 December. So that's more than 10 weeks, but we are going to do about 10 group calls in those weeks. You will get access to the Infinity Timeless 1.0 beta software the moment it's ready in October, till December, of course. And then the first 6 months of next year, you're going to have the Infinity Timeless software version 2, the official release version, and the updates that are following after that. Now, I only want to do this with about 25 people. So for today, I think we have the first group of 10. So for tomorrow, there's a group, and then if there's some space for Saturday, I will release Saturday as well. But I only want to do this with about 25 people, because what's the most important are the group calls. And the group calls are going to help you actually learn the strategy better than just the videos. It helps me to improve on the videos or make the video completely again if no one understood what I was saying. From 1st of January next year, this will be released as a video course plus software. So there will be no group calls anymore. There will be maybe some chat support. But basically, to really get to know the strategy, you can do this with me together in the upcoming 10, 12 weeks, with including the weekly group call that we are going to have, talking about what we learned and what we try to work with for 1 to weekly videos. So that's basically the option. It's $1,000. To be honest, it's a bargain, because you already get access to everything, and it's gonna be about $190 a month from January, and you get the first 6 months free. So basically, people will pay a little bit over $1,000 to get half a year access next year, but you get access already now, plus the live sessions and getting everything together. So I really hope that this interests you guys. I really hope that you guys are interested in expanding your strategy. It's not really a beginner strategy. On the other side, if the video course is complete, I'm going to really recommend this to beginners as well, because you don't have to first learn to trade with normal candlesticks to switch to this strategy. If you start from complete scratch, it might even be easier to straight jump into this when the total course is complete. So for now, I think it's better if there's people that already have used Infinity, that are already trading and that are saying like, hey, I want to learn this new way of trading Infinity in the Infinity Timeless style. So you don't need a lot of time for it. That's the good part. Was one of the main questions that I got. But because it's two videos that you can watch at any time and 1 hour of group coaching, of course, you can try the strategy in the middle. You can adopt what you learn and already try things out. So that, of course, the more time you spend with it, the better it will be, the better the feedback will be, the more questions you can ask. But it is a strategy that is going to change my lifestyle because even with my part time trading style, I am still a lot in the office. I'm still a lot on the charts. I'm still, let's say I would enter this GBP JPY trade. If I would have this open, I would put in my entry, I would put in my exit, I will drag it to one of my four screens on the left, and I would still have two trades open that I'm constantly with my left eye still looking at to see if that trade goes my direction and if I have to get out or not. That is my active way of trading. When I'm trading very passively, just enter and hope it goes all right, I have less success than that I'm concentrated behind my desk. That tells me that my current strategy is great for people who have the time to be behind their desk. And if you're trading 8 hours a day, there's some people here in the chat that I know that are putting good effort with the current Infinity trading and they are making really good money. But when you see that you are not there able to put in that time or to reserve that time or to mix it with your current lifestyle, with work, etc., the new Infinity Timeless strategy is going to change that. It's really going to just tell you there's an entry on this pair. Check when you can. You don't have to jump in straight away. Let's say we're doing blocks of 10 pips. You maybe have an hour, you maybe have 2 hours before you actually would like anywhere there try to enter the trade and then wait for the exit signal. And also there, you can exit the moment you get it. You can exit within an hour. You can exit 2 hours later. But it's going to be so clear notifications about enter this pair, exit the same pair an hour later, a day later. We will, depending on your strategy, what your settings are going to be, but basically you are going to be able to short-term trade with very clear entries. But my main goal is to trade and let those trades go, trade the trend. That's going to be the biggest thing. So would we be selling at this moment in that GBP JPY? Yes, we already would be selling somewhere on 30 August, and we would just still be in the trade. That means also that yesterday and today, we didn't really have to talk about GBP JPY because you might already be in the trade. So, of course, with other confirmations of infinity and pivots, that is actually a good trade to enter right there. But that's something for later. But here you see we took a little trade, for example, and if you see that we could enter on 12 August and we could have stayed in till 15 August and then exit when the market turns around. Here you are 3 days, 19 hours in the trade for about 116 pips. But the main point that I don't want is to constantly look at the charts. So we're going to enter and we're going to exit based on the strategy alone. And that's going to give you very good rights. So this is a small one, but here we have examples where we, for example, here have a sell on 28 July, and we are staying in that trade up to 2 August, which also just 5 days, but it's 500 pips. So it all depends on your block size. How much pips are you actually going for? How long do you want to be in the trade? You can put this on 1 pip per block, and then it's almost looking like a normal chart. And you can put it on 10 pips per block, or even 20 pips per block, or 25 pips per block, and you will have a more long-term strategy that is going for the longer rides. So these are things that we are going to discuss later. I hope that you guys are interested. If you don't have your spot yet, I'm going to share this link in the chat box because I would really recommend you guys to take it. There's a couple of spots left. If the Saturday spots open, you will see it on the same link, and I will communicate it on Telegram as well. So I'm very interested. It's very silent in the chat, so let me know if this is something that you guys are excited for. And I'm personally really excited for it to offer it to everybody from January. But at this moment, we are looking for those people who want to learn this early, and work with me to get the strategy done and tested. Tested by majority. I tested it myself for about 3-4 months. What I love is my accounts just constantly in blue. So there's a stop loss. If it hits, it hits. But if it doesn't, then we are long in a trade and we are long in blue. So your whole account will just look blue all the time. And I love that. Like the trades that are in there are blue. It doesn't mean we don't have any losses, because you are entering a trade sometimes and then you just one or two blocks the wrong way. Um, and you basically get out of the trade. But you're able to when you're able to stay into a trade and stay into a trend, and you can stay into that for multiple days, you're just in the blue, your trade is stop loss break even, and you just let it go, waiting for an exit signal, and that exit signal might take days to come. It's an extremely relaxed way of trading, and we just have to work a lot on mindset. We will have multiple calls on mindset, because you can't say, I made this today, or I made it this week, or I made it this month, because there's no days, weeks, and months anymore. So it's a really, really interesting mindset change also for traders, to say, like, yeah, of course, there's a month result, but you have a lot of trades that are not going to be closed in that specific month. So maybe you just entered one on 30 August. You're going to stay until 15 September. So did you make some money on the trade in the August? Yeah. Will it go to a loss? No. But the actual realized profit will fall in September. So this is very interesting, especially for professional traders. I got a couple of questions from proprietary trading traders that are saying, I have to look at the news, I have to do short term trading, and this strategy is going to have all of that as well. But the main goal is to trade without looking at the time, which means you can live your life doing whatever you want, or still having the job that you have at that point, to create some financial freedom and maybe exit the job, but then also keep the freedom after it, because that's where we don't want to give ourselves a new job and go and trade 8 hours a day. So I'm really, really excited. I see that Jimmer8 already signed up. That is really, really good news. Anna says, I love the idea. Really good to hear. Feel free to sign up as well. Ratteman, willing to learn to the next level. Nice to hear. Cycling and trading. Yeah. So Ralph here is, for example, a very enthusiastic cycler, and it's just so nice that you just at any point of time you can just go. There's not even I have to look at the charts at 8 o'clock in the morning. You can make some rhythm for yourself, which is always good, but you technically just don't have to say, I'm going to check the chart every day. It's what I'm going to check the chart when I get an alert to check a chart. And then with a proper phone or a tablet or something like that, you're basically anywhere in the world able to enter that trade, check it, confirm it, enter it, and then just cycle and continue, or do anything else with your life. So I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. I hope to see you guys on today's call, tomorrow's call, on our Saturday's call. I think it's going to be inevitable that we have to do a Saturday call. But I'm really looking forward, and from there on, 10 group coaching sessions. Really looking forward to the feedback, video after video, how you guys are liking the strategy. So, thank you guys for today. I hope today's quick analysis of some GBP pairs that give us some opportunities, and of course the gold pair. Keep gold in mind, guys. If it drops under 1700, we can have a very serious drop, continuing deeper like we did a couple of months ago. So for sure, this strategy will take our trading to the next level. Yeah. And also beginners. So I really hope that a lot of people trade on candlesticks. A lot of people trade with infinity related tools, let's say. A lot of people work with default indicators, and they all work completely different on Renko because it's only about price. It's only about price, and there's nothing about time or average time or something like that. So it's extremely exciting. All indicators that you know work different on Renko. So we are going to explore different ones to accompany our strategy as well. Volume is a very, very important one of those. And yeah, I'm looking forward to do this together with a group of you. Thank you for looking at today's session. I think we hit about 15,000 viewers in total at the end of this day, which is an extreme milestone for me, which I'm very, very glad with. We're going to do those infinity trading sessions in the upcoming days. And I see you guys all on Monday on the Monday weekly overview again. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day and see you soon. Bye bye.